If you're the sort of person who set New Year's resolutions a couple of weeks ago on a rainy, dismal, mid-January afternoon, if you are already still nailing them, then massive respect. If you fail dismally, there is grace for that. And if, like me, I deliberately make zero attempt at New Year's resolutions and intentionally drive towards two beautiful alternatives. I always think, why do we set ourselves massive ambitions in the coldest, darkest, dreariest, most exhausting time of year for an almost indistinguishable amount of time? Is it for a year? Is it forever? And thirdly, the reason I really don't like New Year's resolutions is they're almost always invariably about me. It's project self type stuff. I want to be bigger, smaller, fatter, thinner, stronger, richer, more influential, better at anything. And what if there's a joy and a freedom to be had in thinking about something beyond ourselves anyway? So what are the two beautiful alternatives to New Year's resolutions? Well, number one is what Catherine May calls wintering. You may have noticed that nature is not making New Year's resolutions. It's still asleep. Look at it. There are no leaves on the trees. Everything and everyone in the natural world is just resting. There is a necessity to rest and winter before the spring comes. What if January was a time to not set ourselves up for any kind of massive, ambitious, great aim, but just to rest? And the second beautiful alternative to New Year's resolutions for me is the wonderful season of Lent. In a few weeks' time, as spring is emerging and the first green shoots are poking through the cold soils and spring feels like it's on its way and there are buds on the trees and the evenings are getting longer and brighter and warmer and we feel more hopeful and alive. And in that dawn of spring, there is of course the season of Lent, kicking off on Pancake Day, when for 40 days Christians remember Jesus in the wilderness for 40 days, and we get to just forget about ourselves, to look beyond our everyday and think about the transcendent things in life. What am I here for? What's the point? Is there a God? Where am I going? What's the meaning of life, the universe and everything? These things are such a joy. And for Christians particularly, it's a time when we get to think about the beautiful and controversial life of Jesus. And that is why I love Lent. So much more than New Year's resolutions. So what do I do in the meantime? Well, for January, absolutely nothing. Obviously, I've got some responsibilities. Can't do literally nothing. But January is for resting, for spending a few more evenings inside by the fire with my beloved friends and family, relaxing, having a glass of wine and waiting for the spring.